Alright, what's up, Dragon Brew? Today we're having a fun look at a red-black Aristocrats deck, and mostly because there's a really sweet new card out of Phyrexia, all will be one that we wanted to try that we haven't put in any deck list yet. So let's go see what that card is and the other stuff we're going to be playing with it. Remember to show some love to our folks over at ultrapro.com, and remember to use promo code PowrDragn at checkout. They'll save you 5% and they'll give a kickback here to the channel. Right, so starting at the very top with the concept of the deck being that we want to have a lot of stuff to sacrifice, we are going to be using Annihilating Glare. This is a weird removal card, but you can pay 5 if you want to remove a creature or a planeswalker. However, you can just sacrifice a thing and pay 1 mana. So yeah, we're into that. Should work well for us. We're also going to be playing Unlucky Witness. Not a card I'm a huge fan of, but in a deck where we're okay sacrificing things or having our stuff die and creating triggers, it makes a lot of sense to get access to more cards and dig a little bit deeper. Now, one thing that can help is having an endless stream of creatures, and for that, we're going to be using Jadar, which makes a zombie every turn that we can sacrifice, or just attack with and then it dies on its own. Transmogriff's Crown is going to be a good way for us to get extra cards, because one, we can just equip up and get +2, so it's quality attack, but if our creatures are going to die or we're going to be sacrificing some of the other things, then we just get double bonus and get cards for our efforts. One of the new cards we're going to be playing here is Vran, Executioner Thane. This is a really cool card because every time a creature dies, we get to drain the opponent for 2 life and we gain 2 life. Seems really good, and honestly we have multiple ways to make this happen. We will be playing one Braids today because again, it's another way to sacrifice things, which we like. And we don't get to play Braids in too many decks, so this should hopefully get to do a little bit of damage and be another source of card drawing for us. Coincidentally, Ob Nixilis actually lets us sacrifice something, and we get something really good for it. And we haven't been putting Ob Nixilis into too many deck lists, so I'm hoping this is one of the ones where it kind of makes a little bit of a comeback, if you will. And the card that got this whole idea kind of going was Drivnod Carnage Dominus. This is a really cool card. It's a 5 mana, 8/3, which is a big body. But every time a creature dies, if it triggers something, it triggers an additional time. The other thing about this is we can remove 3 creatures from the graveyard and give this indestructible, and that's probably going to come into play multiple times. So hopefully, all of these cards will work well together. We'll get to do what we want to do, but y'all know the drill. Y'all go watch some games, catch up with me at the back end of the video, and we'll talk about the complete list and what we think it should look like after we learn something from our games. Okay. Obviously, we're going to play Jadar on 2, I'm pretty sure. Maybe not. We're going to go with this instead. At least slow the opponent down a bit. Or try to. Yeah, I'll still block this. We'll go with this. And this. Now we have something we could throw with the glare. We've got Braids. So we've got some options here. I'm even a little tempted to double block here since we have another Jadar in hand. Oh, Cathar, sure. We don't get our double block option. Seems fine. Ew, gross. Oh man, we needed one of those to be a land bad, didn't we? Okay, let's sack this. Target that. And then we'll just play this. And if nothing else, we'll just start loading up zombies. Because that's probably all we can do here. Hopefully we'll draw into some land. Alright, Ogre Helm. And another adversary, sure. Sounds great. No blocks. Underdog. Man, we need a land bad. But we'll just cast that. Man, we're taking so much damage here. Sacrifice this so we can kill that. mean, it's kind of all we can do. I guess I probably should have attacked there because I'm not going to block with Jadar. Oh, Cavalier. Gross. Alright, well, I block and take 4. It's kind of our only choice here. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know what else you want us to do. Alright, here's open. Oh, no, we didn't even get close. We can't even afford to go to 1, because if they get a haste guy, we die, right? I mean, I guess we have to. But, like, I don't know what else there is to do here. Sack this. We got a non-pain land, but it's probably too late. So almost everything in their deck kills us. Any burn spell, any haste creature. I don't know what they're doing. How did they... Okay, why did they GG us? We're the farthest thing from just ending this. Man, I want to put something on the Transmogric on something, and I really can't here. Attack. Alright, we're just waiting for them to not draw a burn spell, I guess. Oh, in the turn. I'm actually gonna sack the token? Alright. Somehow we're still alive at 1. This is the most ridiculous thing. I'm just going to scrap this Jadar. No, I'm not. Because we can use that to make them sack a creature. This does no damage to us. Okay. No attacks. We'll sack this, kill one of those. Yeah, let's sack this now. One goes to 10. Alright. Maybe we got a shot. Oh, actually, I should have sacked the creature, because this is whenever a creature dies. Oh, no, just a permanent. Okay. Yeah, let's play this. Sack this. Go to attack with that and that. Oh, actually, I could attack with braids there, too, this time. Yeah. In the turn. Sack this. Pass. Oh, I actually could have paid 2 mana. I forgot I didn't have to pay black. That's a big difference. Alright, Cathar works. Okay, we will get rid of those 2. Actually, you know what? At this point, I'm getting rid of that. I'd rather have a swamp here. Doesn't really matter now, does it? Play this. Put that on here, I guess. Not that it matters, because I could first strike block it, I guess. But opponent says GG. I mean, we attack with everything, and they just die. Empty-handed. Wow, I don't know how we survived this at 1 life. That was such a bad start for us. But somehow things went our way. Sometimes you get lucky. Sure, let's keep this. Yeah, let's go with that. Do we get burned for 2? We do. Alright, so I think I might play a Vran knowing it's going to die, but since we have extra other things, we kind of want to set this up. We know Vran's going to die. We'll play Jadar. Hopefully Jadar lives, then we can use that alongside of Vran, and that'd be kind of sweet. And they used a lightning strike on that, so that's good for us. Squeeze, super annoying. Sadly, I feel like that puts us in a little bit of a bind here. Let's go with this. Reckless Impulse. Did not find more burn spells, so unless they already have them in hand, that's pretty good. Alright. Not bad. Cool. We will block a Squee. That works for us. And they can't really get it back right now, so that's good. Let's scrap. Probably want to play both of those this turn. Let's get rid of the Pain Land and one of the Braids. See if we could find something more useful. Oh, that's very useful. Never mind. Plans change for the turn, folks. Alright, being at 12, we feel pretty good because they didn't have burn spells last turn. I'm assuming they don't have it this turn. Yep, Mechanized Warfare is fine. We will definitely block. That's only going to do 4. Yep. And opponent scoops. The lucky thing for us there was about to be the fact that we were going to gain 2, and then we probably could have played Vran and Braids on the next turn. I think we only take 1 damage there. Oh, we actually wouldn't be able to. Yeah, we would. We'd have to take 1 damage. We'd go to 3. But whenever we use Braids, we'd be able to sacrifice something. But I guess they could sacrifice a creature. So, I don't know. Would have been pretty close, actually. Would have been pretty close. Though, I guess we could have done Vran and Braids. Sack the new creature we would have got, would have drained them for 2, so we'd have been up to 5, and had 3 blockers, one of which is Shieldred. So we probably were in an okay space there. Yeah, we're going to keep this. Not doing anything great on turn 1, but yeah, it's fine. Let's open with... Guess we let this get countered. Oh, it didn't. Oh, neat. I mean, it could just die. That's fine too, I guess. We didn't lose a more powerful attacker, which is good. Because I really thought that was going to be the issue. Let's try Fable. Because I think that getting countered is probably better than Obnixilis getting countered here, if that were the case. Looks like it might be just another kill spell. Yep. So they're just doing the blue-black proliferate, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So now they're going to counter something to proliferate, I would assume. That being the case, if we think that's what's happening, then we scrap the Drivnaz, because it's going to be a little too slow. Though, I say that. We could try to play it next turn. But it's going to die to all the proliferate kill spells. So I'd rather not invest that kind of mana. Let's just discard that one. Ooh. Vran's kind of an interesting call, though. I guess either way, we get to do 2 mana things here, and then we get to do a 3 and a 2 next turn. So let's go with Underdog. Maybe, though, Underdog should be second, because if Underdog gets countered, we'd have been able to play it out of the yard. And Underdog's going to die anyway. Nope, it's going to get returned. Fair enough. We can live with that. Want to Blast Zone and kill our Harvester? Or are we going to spend another card on our Harvester? Nope, they're going to spend another card to make us sack it. Okay. They're doing everything to keep their life total high, though. And we're slowly stacking up poison counters. So it does matter. And that does create a little bit of a situation here, because we don't necessarily want to play Obnixilis knowing that this is going to go to 3, and then we would lose our Reflection and our Obnixilis token. So that's a little tough. So how about we do this, since I already know we have it. We try to play Vran. Play the Cleaves tapped. And then we let them do whatever they're going to do here. Probably kill a Reflection. Yep, that makes sense. Oh, you got something for Vran too? I mean, I'm kind of hoping you just blow up your blast zone here and try to kill those two dudes. They are. Great. Sounds like a plan. Then we get to this. We don't have quite enough. I was thinking I could play this and do this, but I'm going to be a mana short. So let's go ahead and go with this. Let's do that. We'll make us a 1/1. Play this. And we'll put a little thingy on it. Alright. So if they kill it, we get to deal damage and get card. So that's cool. Though I guess they can keep it from attacking with any real damage here, which is unfortunate. The other part of that, though, is we do still have this, which is kind of nice. We can move this over. Still play this, actually, I guess. Go to attacks. Attack this here. And we'll +1.
All will witness Phyrexia.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Nice. That's what we want to see. Yeah, we don't care if they start making mirroring tokens, because those can't block anyway, with the little might tokens or whatever. Excellent. Let's plus first to kind of force them into some decision.
Defy me,
All right.
and you'll lose everything.
Let's go with this. Because our life total probably doesn't matter in this fight. At least that's what I'm banking on here. Yeah, those little things can't block. I don't think we mind too much. We're going to attack with those. Leave this back to protect Obnixilus and can pick off an additional might if they give us the opportunity. Well, since they didn't block that. Oh, they couldn't block anyway. Let's move this over here. All right, there we go. Now I think we're going to be moving forward pretty well. Opponent's at 8. We have all types of damage. We've got braids. We've got all kinds of stuff going on. Shoot you. Get another card. The value here is high. Yeah, you can kill it. I don't know if it does enough. Yep, that'll do it. Alright, let's keep it. Wasn't sure which way I wanted to go here. With them doing that, I feel... No, I think we're still going to stick with the plan. We're going to do this. Because next turn I could go for the throat and still Annihilating Glare or something. And that seems pretty strong. Though at that point, my hand's mostly spent, so there's not a lot of options. Okay, so... Hope this resolves. Okay, it does, which means this is also going to resolve. Target that. Sack this duder. Get in there for 1 point. Alright, feel like we did kind of all we could with our hand. Now, whatever they play is just going to get a free pass here. Yep, Loam Speaker. Only a Loam Speaker. Okay. I kind of really want to just use Takanuma, which is sad. Yeah, we're going to play this, though. Attack to see what their willingness is to block, because we'll get to replace the 2/2 anyway. Okay. That feels like they don't need it for that, like, 5th or 6th mana. Not that we can do much about it there. Ooh, Ren and 7. That's going to be a problem. But they definitely didn't need it for the 5th mana, so that makes sense.
To the trees. They prepare for war.
Bah. Okay. It's not really going to help us, so we're just going to pass. Yep, that resolves. Not a single land. All great cards, though. And we're getting ready for our big Nissa, I think. And if so, we would just be DED. I mean, they have so much mana here. Yep. Alright, GG's. Okay, we get to go first. We're going first here, and this is a solid hand to keep. Let's go ahead and open, probably with Blood Tithe Harvester, if I were guessing. And then if it dies, we could just Braids, drain the opponent for 2, get a card. It's not the worst thing. Not the best thing, but not the worst thing. Alright, let's try that out. See how we feel about it. Alright, another kill spell. That's probably going to count for something. Yep, a Braid you just have. Alright, end the turn. Shieldred. Well, good news. We got Shieldred answers in hand already. And we can play Drivnod here. No idea if it'll survive. Probably not if they're playing the likes of a Braids and such, but yeah, let's go for it. We have to remove 3 creatures. There are definitely not 3 creatures there yet. Just 2. Their own Harvester. And another Harvester. Okay, so we're going to have to... Actually, this kind of works. Because we can... Hold on a second. If we attack with Underdog, they might just... They're not going to block, right? I mean, if they do, I don't think we care. Because Underdogs... I guess the difference here is, though, if we do it pre-combat, we can just get in for 8 instead. So let's just do that. And, like, if they can protect their Deuter, they protect their Deuter. Sacrifice. The Underdog. And then now we can remove things from the yard, potentially, to protect a Drivnod, which is kind of cool. We have to give up our Underdog options, but seems worth it. Alright, get in for a big 8-ball. End the turn. Hoping for no sacrifice effect. That's really what this is all about here. No sacrifice effect. Alright, we will activate, pay a black, and pay some life. And remove these 3 creatures, which means hopefully they don't have anything else. And that works. Whew. I guess we're going to keep this. But it's a little tough because, like, if Jadar dies, we're not really doing a lot. I mean, we can remove some things, so that's a positive at least. Skrelv. Alright, we're going to have to work on killing a Skrelv for sure. Fortunately, we do at least have an Infernal Grasp. What else do they have, though? Guardian. Annoying, but fair. Yep, I'm not blocking that. That's tough. Didn't get anything else, huh? Yeah, no land there is a little harsh. But I knew the gamble on keeping this hand. This is one of those ones, like I said, we kind of knew this wasn't really going anywhere, so we're kind of crossing our fingers and hoping for the best right now. And it could be possible that even if we were to get something like a Braids next turn, it wouldn't be the best thing for us. This gets to be interesting. So now, even if we could play a Braids, do we want to play a Braids? Or would we rather just kill the opponent's stuff? I think we just sacrifice this. Actually, yeah. Sack this. Because if we attack with it and they don't block, it just dies and we don't get any use out of it. And I'd rather not use a Go for the Throat there. I'd rather use that on whatever they play next. Because here, we get it before the end of turn, so we get the token again. We can still kill the other thing that they play here, whatever other thing is. Assuming it's not an artifact. That's a great other thing to kill. Like, super important. Alright, no blocks. Okay, that's good. I was just thinking about, like, if we drew a land, would we want to play a Shieldred or not? I think here I'm just going to attack with that. Sacrifice this. Opponent's not going to sacrifice their 2/2 here. Yeah. I'm just kind of digging, hoping we can get to land sooner is really all this is about. Another Cathar. Going to get rid of Braids, I'm assuming. Alright. You take 2. Ugh, gross. Alright. Gotta go with this, I guess. No attacks. Man, we are trying our damnedest to just skimp by here, but this is tough. Add a line on top of it all? Ugh. Ugh. I mean, I guess we could block a 1/1. It's not going to feel good, though. I kind of wanted to block the Guardian and just make them spend a card, but it's probably a bad idea anyway. Oh, they left them both on top? You never want to see that from the opponent. When they leave both on top, you know the next couple turns are going to hurt quite a bit. It's probably another Halana Lena or something. Oh boy, what do we do with this? Well, Drivnod, we're not casting you anytime soon. I guess we get rid of a Shieldred? Because we kind of need the kill spells here. Alright, we did get a land. What I'm thinking about is, like, can we kill Brutal Cathar? If we do, how do we feel about it? Like, getting back a 3/3, like, is that good enough? Do we care? Do we sack a thing and just play a Fable, block with a Fable token? There's a lot of choices here. I think, though, I'm going to sacrifice the zombie. Feel like this is correct. At least mostly. Oh, we can attack. I don't know why I feel like I'm probably blocking with Jadar this coming turn, no matter what. But yeah, we're just going to go Shieldred. See what happens. Then after that, our next hope is Fable and Varan. And see if that turns into something. I don't know. This is tough. That was another Cathar. Okay. Well, We lose Shieldred. Think that's fine. Because we have Varan and we know the zombie will die, I think we just take this, go to 3. We're going to be at a 5 minimum next turn. Which is... they still left them both on top? Jeez. They are drawing hot. Alright, we'll play Varan first. We will attack with this and this. So we'll get at least 2 life back. Then we'll crack those, get this. And if we can survive a turn, this won't be the worst thing because we can drain for 2 on our turn, drain for 2 on their turn when the reflection thing would also die. Because it's each turn. So hopefully this isn't anything crazy in their hand. Because we did get back to 5 life. And if they can't finish us, we're in a position to be able to attack them because they're also only at 5. Baird will be able to make a token at the end of this turn, unfortunately. Oh, but they scoop. Yeah, I was thinking Baird would be able to make a token if they were to enlist this. However, if they do enlist, they now have 3 blockers to our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Copied would be 6 attackers. So if they blocked 2, 4, 6, they would still be taking 5 for lethal. Not counting what we would draw or anything else. So yeah, that was a good little comeback. Okay, we'll keep this. Not the way we really want it to go, but why not? Alright, some soldiers. Pass. See what we get to kill here. Nothing exciting. I kind of want to hold out to kill something better, but at this point, I'm fine just preserving life total where we can. That's actually not bad. Let's spin this to play this. And pass. That at least sets up an artifact we can sacrifice with the Onicult if we want to on a coming turn. Siege Veteran. Definitely get to kill that, so that's pretty nice. Come on, something good. That's not as good as it could have been, let me tell you. This is whenever a creature dies would trigger a thing. I guess we go ahead and just do it. If they exile or deuter, we're not going to care that much, I guess. Because, I mean, they could just as well get rid of this with a Brutal Cathar. But they might also just want to play down a couple of bodies here. Ooh, Adeline. That's actually a real choice. We're not blocking. We're going to take all that, and that's going to hurt next turn. But, wow. We... We've drawn 1 spell this game? Whew. Tough. Alright, sack this. Oh, we didn't get double trigger? That doesn't count as a creature dying? Oh, I guess because it counts as an artifact dying. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. That's nowhere near what we wanted it to do at all. I was hoping we'd get 2 tokens and 2 drain triggers. That actually kind of sucks by comparison. That's a little sad, to be honest. Alright, adversary, you got it. Yep. Wow, and Adeline's just going to stay at home. Alright, we'll take 5, I guess. I mean, Drivnot's that scary, I suppose. Alright, so let's try this. No, because this counts as sacrificing an artifact, too. Gosh dang it. This isn't at all going to do what we want it to do, is it? Alright, autopay. Sack this. Yep, we didn't get 2 bodies. Man, that sucks. That is very disappointing. That sucks. Well, never mind. This is a failed experiment. This does not work at all because it counts as sacking an artifact, not a creature. Well, we learned something. Well, Drivnot is neat. Unfortunately, doesn't get the triggers the way we want to. And that just makes us very, very sad. Alright, GG's. Alright, let's keep it. Alright. We do have a decent early start, just depending on what the opponent has. But we could underdog. We may not even underdog. We might play... I mean, on next turn, we might just Ob Nixilis, sack an underdog. End up with a couple of bodies. That would not be the worst thing. So let's go ahead and attack. I think this is a reasonable action here. And I think we make 2 little dudes. And then next turn we play Jadar, underdog, ++ on the Obnixilises, whatever the plural of Obnixilis is. Actually, I don't know. Maybe we play Enrica because it's going to be a bigger blocker. That could be relevant too. It's plus.
By coin or card.
It's plus.
Tribute is owed. Defy me, and you'll lose everything.
And then I think we just go ahead and transform this straight up. So if there's a fight spell or something, we can at least survive that. Alright, no need to attack. More Gala Greeters. And more Beast Callers. Okay. I am willing to block. Works for me. Okay, didn't really need another Jadar, but it's probably fine.
Your punishment.
Opponent is wanting to hold on to cards here.
Defy me, and you'll lose
Let's go here. I think we'll go this so we can get another card. See if we can find something a little better. Why did they want to hold on to both? Is one possibly like a Nissa? No, there's a tail swipe. That's all fine and good, I guess. I mean, you might as well attack with the 4/1 because I was going to say, otherwise we're going to block with these anyway. That doesn't have trample, so we're fine there. Nice. That's really good. So we can plus. And plus.
Pleasure doing business with you. Your punishment.
Well, we don't get to play
is
one
my
of these, though.
entertainment.
Alright, let's go with this. And let's play this. sacrificing our creature. If we do this, they just move a +1 counter, right? But I think we kill that anyway. It's probably less annoying. Actually, this is going to allow them to keep gaining life. And we're already at that stage where we can start trying to put things away. So sure. Oh, they had a Tamiyo safekeeping. Well, how about that? Fortunately, we hadn't played a land yet, so sure. I got rid of a Drivnod there. That's a little bit of a pain. Alright, though they're playing off the top of the library now, but they did find another Beast Scholar. Wow. Alright, hey, if they're just drawing hot, they're drawing hot. We can block this one. Just debating, like, if we block with both, then we get to kill a 2/2. Still keep a Planeswalker alive. Get to kill off a Greeters. So yeah, that's probably fine. Let's do that. Kill that. Kill that. And hopefully, I was going to say find something good, or we don't. That's a thing too, I suppose. Yeah. So now what are we going to do? We're going to lose a Planeswalker is what we're going to do. Unless we draw a removal card here. This one has to plus, obviously.
Go ahead. Please.
I mean, I guess if we minus, we could block. We're still only keeping one of these alive. Yeah, but let's make a body anyway. It potentially serves us better.
Shake down the locals.
Might as well attack with both of them. I mean, opponent's at 11, so, you know. Alright. Be something good. Please. Hey, that's great, actually. We'll take that. That actually allows us to stay in the game, keep things moving here. That's pretty good. Oh, no, they can definitely play out the top of the library now with the Augur. That sucks. That's so scary. Opponent didn't attack, though, there. Interesting. Oh, I guess they couldn't, really, because they're so low.
Defy me, and you lose.
Yeah, I guess we just play this for sport. Let's see if we draw something. Yeah, run that into something. They'll just probably block with their biggest thing. That's what I would do. They're actually going to trade with the Gwenna. Interesting. I mean, didn't help our case any. I should have attacked with the zombie also, but in the turn. We can keep one Ob Nixilis alive right now. Alright, opponent has enough blockers that they could attack and try to kill Ob Nixilises if they wanted to. They opted not to. Pretty sure this is an easy mulligan. We'll keep, get rid of... We get rid of the swamp? I don't think we are. I think we get rid of Sulphur Springs to save ourselves some damage if something comes up. Alright. Lead with the Unlucky Witness. And we will attack with an Unlucky Witness. And play a Harvester? I assume Harvester is going to eat it, right? Wow. They had black and red mana open, didn't play anything, and didn't kill a creature. That's very rare. I mean, I guess we're attacking. I say that with all the confidence of nothing, but, you know. I take one. We go ahead and play one of these three Fables that we drew. Alright, there's old Shieldred. We draw. Okay, sweet. We will submit 0 since we have a way to deal with Shieldred here. We'll go ahead and sacrifice our witness. Ooh. That is an unfortunate set of cards to get stuck with here. Guess we're going to play this. And just say, we got more bodies. How do you feel about it? You know what? I am willing to sack this. Not the treasure just yet. For that very reason that we could possibly play 2 things next turn because of the treasure. Bloated Contaminator. Takanuma, not bad, but we don't have anything great in the yard. I'm gonna go with this. We're gonna go with this. And no attacks. We're gonna get rid of that. Okay. Opponent's at 14. You know, I am gonna do this. It's a little crazy, you know, a little bit aggressive, but I'm okay with that. Sure, you got an Obliterator. We'll double block this guy. Wow, that's unfortunate. Okay, well, we'll get rid of both of these. Oh my goodness. You're kidding. Wow, that's abysmal. No attack. You know what? I'm going to do this now just in case there's nothing else good. I can at least cast whatever I get. Okay, there's a Shieldred. We will gladly take that. My goodness. Okay. Decline. We're both still at a lot of life, surprisingly, so there's a lot of game to be played still here. Oh, they're just attacking with the Obliterator. No blocks. Let's see what they got. What's that other card? Especially since you know we have a Shieldred. Like, that's a little bit sketchy. Like, they did that knowing we had a Shieldred, so I'm assuming they've got a kill spell, right? We're not blocking, so I'm gonna... what do I have in the yard? I have an Underdog. I do have 3 creatures. Alright, so let's go with this. Arena, why would you tap like this? What if I want to leave black mana open? Why? This doesn't even make sense to me. Like, I can't... I have all black cards left. Why is it not using the red mana? Like, that's just crazy to me. I get colorless from this. Red from this. Alright, cool. Yeah, that's one of those times I do not understand at all what Arena's trying to do. Alright, opponent goes to 7. In the turn. Yep, alright, cool. Yeah, and here I was actually thinking about just sacrificing the Goblin token, because then we would hit the opponent twice because of the Drivnod, and we would get 2 cards. Drivnod now becomes indestructible if we want it to be, and we almost don't care because we could sacrifice all of our land in like a Braids or whatever, even if we did block the Obliterator. So we were pretty good from there, unless the opponent had something crazy in hand. But we also had this we could play at haste speed. And if we didn't sacrifice this, we would have 8 mana next turn, and we could just do both. So that was actually a pretty good spot to be in to end the video on. Yeah, so overall, I'm not really sure how I feel about this list, but here's where we are. We've got 4 Annihilating Glare. Actually, you know what? I would be willing to even cut maybe 1 Annihilating Glare to play 1 cut down. Mostly because I just feel like on the early turns, if we draw it, I kind of would like to have some instant speed stuff. So that's just a little nitpicky thing. But 3 Annihilating Glare, 1 cut down, 4 Unlucky Witness, 2 Go for a Throat, and Infernal Grasp, 3 Jadar, 2 Tenacious Underdog, 2 Transmogrids Crown, 2 Vran, 4 Blood Tithe Harvester, 2 Braids, 3 Fable of the Mirror Breaker, 1 Obnixilis, 1 Enrika, 2 Shieldred, 2 Drivnod. I honestly could see myself going to somewhere in there an additional Vran, and maybe even like I could cut an Enrika for another Obnixilis, because I felt like there are matchups where if we can get Obnixilis on turn 3, it's going to be very good for us, especially against like the control decks that have been popping up more and more, the Esper Control, Azorius Control. Being able to just hit their hand every single turn is a pretty big deal, or you're hitting them for life, which is fine. And I felt like Varan actually has some decent value for us between like sacrificing the witnesses, having the zombies that die. So for me, I'm willing to go to 61 cards. Can just play that extra Varan, I think is where I want to be. But if you don't want to do that, feel free to cut the Varan out of the final list. Keep the Enrika if you want. For lands, there's nothing real special going on here. We've got 7 Swamp, 1 Takenuma, 3 Mountains, 1 Sekinzen, and 4 each of Blackcleave Cliffs, Haunted Ridge, and Sulphurous Springs. But yeah, the only thing I wanted to point out is I wanted to build a version that uses the Anvil. However, even though you're sacking an artifact creature on the Anvil, it doesn't count for Drivnod because it counts as sacrificing an artifact, not sacrificing a creature, which is a little silly. Same thing goes for Smelter, the Sekinzen Smelter, because you can sacrifice an artifact, turns into a 3/1. Even if you're sacrificing a creature, you don't get to make a second token because it counts as sacrificing an artifact, not a creature. Ran into that in testing, so that was kind of a bummer. But yeah, overall, this deck actually worked. It was just weirdly tedious at times, but I guess that's what happens when you're playing an Aristocrats deck. Okay, so surprisingly that actually worked, which is weird. The thing is, though, I'm going to say this. I think if you're looking for a way to use Drivnod and play an Aristocrats type deck, I think this is on the right path, but I don't think we're quite there yet. And oddly, red may not be the right way to go. I'm going to explore some other options with black-white, or maybe even black-white-red, and see if there's some other things that count from creatures dying, and maybe we could do something with that. But I do think this was a good first lesson for using Drivnod overall, because I hadn't really tried it in anything, and it's actually worked out pretty well. The reality to it is that it's also just a big body. I mean, an 8 power is good enough sometimes, just get 2 swings in, and your opponent's often dead. So you don't even need to really get all the triggers off of them to matter. Vran was pretty cool, but unfortunately somehow, even with multiple copies, only popped up once or twice. But was good when we got it, so I wasn't upset it was in the deck. I think the crown was very good. So I like a lot of what the deck's doing, honestly. I don't think there's too much to complain about here. It's just, I think, going to need some tweaks here or there. But I will say this, I do like the fact that it has some room to maneuver within the metagame. Like we're talking about having like an extra Obnixilis or 2 if you run into more of the control decks, or if there's more creature decks, you can go more spot removal. Like there's options here that can give it a real shot to still be competitive, which I like a lot about it. So if you're looking for a way to play Aristocrats, I think this is a very solid starting point. Now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Necromancy, mostly because this is one of those cards that whenever you go through older collections, oftentimes this is just in the bulk spot. You might even find these in the bulk bins at your local store, because a lot of people don't know that this is actually worth something. And by worth something, I believe these still go for like the $15 range, which is pretty cool. But basically, you can play it as an instant to get a creature out of the graveyard until end of turn, or you can just play it on your turn and get a creature out of the graveyard. It's a really cool reanimator spell, and it makes sense why it's actually valuable. It gives you redundancy if you're playing that strategy in commander decks, but it's also just not a card that's been reprinted a bunch. There's not a lot out in the world, so yeah, if you can go digging through your stuff, you'd be surprised that you might actually have something worth something. If you enjoyed today's deck and you're looking for something else quirky, why don't you check out this deck where we did some fight rigging with Atraxa. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.